Good morning, Jimmy. What a wonderful day. And do you know why it's a wonderful day? That is right, because we got a delivery. We got a fantastic, magical new super creature in. Do you want to guess what it is? No, you are wrong, Jimmy. It's a Mer-Person. At least that's what I ordered. Unless you put a Neko in the aquarium, I really wouldn't appreciate you doing that. You would drown the Neko and ruin my aquarium. Okay, good. Did you sign off for the delivery for me? Great. I'll just sign that really quick. Are they all set up in the aquarium? Did you do what I told you and do the water treatment so it wasn't just such a shock to dump them in a new tank of water? You promise? To the letter, because I left you a very detailed description on how to do it. Okay, because if I walk in there and my Mer-Person is dead, floating limply on the top of the tank, I'm coming for your head and I'm going to drown you in the aquarium. Do you understand, Jimmy? Okay, thank you so much. You have a great morning. Alright, big beauty, let's see what we got. Grand reveal and empty aquarium. Not good. No body floating around the top though. So you're alive in here somewhere. Are you appreciating your new faux coral reef? I had it designed especially for you. So you could be happy here while you recover from, being hit by a sailboat. Ouch. The vet's got you stitched up really nicely though, so you're just in here for study and rehabilitation. But I'm more here for the study part. I'm a marine biologist, so I'm here to study you, take some samples, nothing invasive, mostly water samples, seeing what helps you breathe, etc., etc. Hello! It's kind of annoying just talking to a big glass wall and some little filler fish we put in there. Are you gonna come out? You gotta be hiding in one of your little hidey holes, which we put for you to have privacy and a sense of identity and a place to sleep. But it's not gonna go the way you want it to go if you just stay in there the whole time. If you could come out here, let me talk to you. Little conversation. Maybe a scale sample willingly given, and I will offer in exchange some fish for eating. Assuming you eat fish, which I don't really know because I've never had the privilege of studying a Mer-Person before. It would be an honor to study you if you would come out from hiding behind the coral rocks. Which I will say were specially made for you. We didn't want to put actual coral in there in case coral carries some type of bacteria for mer people. Because I did notice you have very thin skin. So I'm guessing you're from very, very, very deep. So not a coral reef. Deep, deep, deep. Which is why I've altered the pressure in there to be extreme. Not too crazy, but you had a high bone density, so I figured a little extra pressure wouldn't hurt. If you'd like me to loosen it up, I can loosen it up. But you gotta come out and say, hey. Are you gonna come out? You could at least be appreciative of all the work I put in for this tank. It's massive and very well decorated. Nope, still just gonna hide in your little hidey hole. Okay, I'll just take some water samples then. Water temperature. I am open to making the water colder if you prefer it, or warmer. This would be so much easier if you would talk to me. It's not often I get to study a creature that can talk. Do you know how hard it is to talk with a stingray? To figure out how a stingray feels in the temperature of the water? If it needs more pH? No, stingray doesn't care. You, on the other hand, just might. And you might be able to give me more information than I would get from a stingray. Although, right now, I don't know for sure. You're being less cooperative than a stingray. In fact, you're being stubborn like a moray eel. Do you want to just peek out from behind the coral? Just a tiny little peek? Show me those beautiful eyes. Hello. I see you over there. Yes, I do. You want to show me those fins? That beautiful tail. 8 feet long, huh? I saw your file. Are you gonna come over here? Come up to the glass. Give me a little tap tap on the glass. Put your hand against it. We're gonna have a moment. Don't you want to have a moment with me? No? Not even a little bit? What if I put my palm on the glass? Does that mean you'll come up to the glass? No. Well, I tried. Anyway, let's see if we can't get this. Is the water comfortable? Give me a thumbs up. I can see a thumbs up. Thumbs down means no, water's not good. And that'll raise more questions on how to fix it. Thumbs up. See, you know what we're doing here. And you can hear me through the water, which is interesting. I wonder if you have echolocation like dolphins, or if you just have really, really good hearing. So the water is good. All good. Don't need no more pressure, doesn't need raise in temperature. Nothing. You're comfortable. Easy to breathe. Would you mind coming closer to the glass just so I can see your gills? Look, Mer-Person, okay? Either you come over here and help me fill out these very, very detailed forms, or I'm gonna have to get in there with you in full scuba gear and chase you around the aquarium to get the answers for this large stack of paperwork. Okay, and neither of us want to do that. I hate wetsuits. I don't like spelunking. Does it look like I want to swim around in your aquarium? No. But I will, if you make me. I'm not gonna do anything crazy, okay? The team that brought you in here got blood samples and all that fun stuff when they stitched you up. And you're feeling better, aren't you? Those stitches look nice and neat. Wrapped in seaweed bandages, I see, so they can stay underwater. Very clever of the veterinary team. You know you're going to have checkups to make sure those stitches are healing. Because you got hit by a speedboat. Do you remember that? Boat. Engine ran you over. We will return you to the ocean. Okay, don't worry. We just can't return you to the ocean while you have stitches in. Because if you pull your stitches, or if a little tiny blood gets out and then the sharks munch, 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 that wouldn't look good. Okay? But you know what looks good? Rehabilitation and release into the wild. You know what doesn't look good? Sharks eating you the second you get back in the ocean. Besides, a lot of the scientists want to track you back to where you live so we can study more mer-people. We can't really escape that one. They already implanted a little tracking device in you. I don't know where. They were the ones sewing things back together. They didn't put it in your chart. They just put the weird aspects of Mer-Person anatomy for me to read because that is interesting. I don't care where they put your tracker. Look, okay, calm down. If you really, really don't like it, I'll try to find out where it is and see if we can get rid of it, okay? At least get it disengaged. Or deactivated. Whatever it's called, I'm not interested in technology. I'm interested in fish. Specifically you. So can you get closer so I can look at those gills? Or are you gonna make me put on the scuba tanks? There, see how easy that was? Let's just get a couple pictures of those gills. Look at those beautiful gill slits. Absolutely fabulous. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions. They're going to be yes or no questions. So, yes, thumbs up, no, thumbs down. More complicated answer that we'll need to talk about another time. Just swim around or something. Okay? Okay, question 1. Can you breathe air, or is it exclusively water? Yes. Okay, I should have phrased the question differently, because now I'm confused. Can you breathe air? Period. Question mark. Okay, interesting. Follow-up question, can you breathe any water, or does it have to be specific, like oxidized, or can you breathe super deep water? Can you breathe... I'm asking too many questions. Are there limits as to breathable water? Yes. Okay, my follow-up question is, what are those limits? But we can't really talk back and forth, at least right now. Would you be willing to go up to the surface and actually communicate with me? Are you able to physically speak human English? Thumbs down. Okay. Definitely no to that plan. Fine. We'll just stick to thumbs up and thumbs down, Yen. Okay? I'll make you stoop to my level of surface-dwelling folk. Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down, you eat fish. Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down, you eat the fish raw. More complicated. So maybe sometimes you eat it raw and sometimes you eat it cooked? How does one cook something under the ocean? I guess if you put it on a skewer and held it over like an undersea hot water vent, it would pretty much boil it. Oh, you've tried that? Is it good? I kind of want to try it now. It seems like something rich people would pay a lot of money for. Here is crab roasted above the hot thermal vent at the bottom of the ocean. That'll be $6,000. Do fish have money? Okay, I'll clarify. Do mer-people have money? Okay, can you talk to fish, or is it like humans and animals? Are you more intelligent than the fish? Are you more intelligent than a dolphin? Would you say you are more or less intelligent than an octopus? Thumbs up or thumbs down, you would say you have a soul. Interesting. No, that wasn't one of my actual questions. I just wanted to know. Would you consider yourself religious? Is there a Mer-Person deity? Interesting. Are there more mer people in the ocean? Yeah, we pretty much knew that. Can't really ask you where they are, and it looks like you're not too keen on us knowing, which, fine by me. You want to protect your family, your civilization that stayed hidden for hundreds of years. I'm all for it, because honestly, too many endangered species get discovered and then get, wiped off the face of the earth. So, I'm on your side. I'm on the side of keep the mermaids in the bottom of the ocean, which is where you're from? Question? Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down, you can comfortably swim in the midnight zone, the deepest zone of the ocean. Fascinating. See, I knew with your bone structure. Okay, follow-up question, because a lot of deep-sea animals can't come up to the surface, but you were found washed up on the beach, not dead, at least not exploded from the differential in pressure. So, thumbs up or thumbs down? Can you comfortably swim in the sunlight zone? Or like a coral reef? Now that is fascinating. I've got a lot of questions for you. Scientific questions. Would you consider yourself a scientist? Well, maybe you could study humans too, while you're here. And then when you are returned to the bottom of the ocean from whence you came, you can tell them all about your adventures with the two-legged people. People with feet. The humans have a lot of questions about mer people. A whole lot. And a lot of humans want to come see you. In their minds, they want you to stay here forever, so they can come look at you and tap their little fingers against the glass. But we're not going to do that. Okay? You're lucky you're with good humans, because there's a lot of not good humans and a lot of just really stupid humans that would want to keep you in captivity for the rest of your life. But we're not going to do that. We're going to make sure those stitches heal up, and we're going to put you right back in the ocean where we found you. Or, a specific part of the ocean that you want to go to, if you have a preference. We'll work it out. It'll probably be a couple weeks before those stitches heal. You got it nasty, gnarly. It ripped whatever that is, a fin off your back. They had to stitch that back on. It was holding on by a thread. The veterinary team are very talented. And you know what I am? I am a talented note writer. It's my job to write everything about you down so scientists can pore over it and analyze it and do everything possible to it to learn about you. About what mer people are like on the bottom of the ocean. And we find that by testing your hair to see if you eat a lot of salty food, which you do, clearly. Well, clearly to me, because I can see your levels here. You have very high cholesterol. But it doesn't seem to be affecting you negatively at all. Which makes me wonder about your pancreas and your liver, and if all your organs are the same as humans. And if your organs are different, specifically to, compensate for the salt in your diet. These are the questions we're going to be asking. I won't bore you with too much of it. But anything you can say that'll help me. I'd love to come to the surface and actually have a conversation with you, but you said no to that. So, maybe next time. Okay? I really do just want to help you. I'm used to studying jellyfish, so this is the first time I'm studying something with sentience and a mind of its own. So I'm not really used to talking to a fish who can talk back. Which is new for me, because I'm used to fish who just stare at you, speak little fish eyes, and then open their mouth. Or jellyfish, which are nothing objectively and have no thoughts. My point is, I might come off like you're an animal that I'm studying, because kind of you are, but at the same time, I understand you are a sentient being with feelings, and you're terrified, far away from home, and probably in pain. So for that, I am sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got hit by a speedboat. That sucks. I don't think idiots should be able to drive speedboats. But they do, because they're stupid. One thing you'll learn to know is true about humans. We are stupid. But we have big hearts. And every now and again, we do the right thing. And I'm going to make sure we do the right thing with you. And get you home. Wherever home might be. Okay? Thumbs up? Okay. Are you gonna eat the fish that are in the tank with you? 'Cause you're welcome to. Or I can get you other stuff. One good thing about humans, we got good food. So, if you want to come up to the surface. Or I can just throw things in there for you to eat. Like grapes. Grapes are really good. You wouldn't have had grapes at the bottom of the ocean. Unless there's underwater grapes. I should know that. I'm a marine biologist. But anyway. We have a lot of feeder fish we usually give to the penguins. Penguins are very picky, so it's the good fish. But yeah, you can just kind of let me know what fish you want to eat. I don't really know how you would let me know that. Maybe I'll show you a bunch of pictures of fish, and then you tell me if you want to eat it. Well, I don't really want to hold every single page of my fish book up to the glass for you to see. Could you give me like an average size of the fish you want to eat? Like this big? Or like swordfish big? Interesting. I guess that narrows it down a little bit. Okay, I'll just get a vast majority of fish and we'll see what you like. Okay? And if you don't eat any of them, I will assume you want something else, and then we'll try something else. What about sushi? It's like raw fish, but with rice and stuff. Rice is really good. Seaweed you've had before, I'm sure. I'm gonna bring you some sushi. Do you want me to bring you anything else? Any other human things that have sunk to the bottom of the ocean that you're like, hey, I'd kind of like to see what that looks like? A lot of trash ends up in the ocean. But by then it's ruined and gross and grimy. How about I bring you a rubber duck? And it just floats up there, watching you. I could bring you some audiobooks. You seem to hear okay. Understand English, even if you won't talk to me in it. How do merfolk communicate? Do you have maybe like squeaks and whistles like dolphins? Or maybe deep guttural noises like whales singing? Does that mean anything? No? Thumbs down? Damn. Brutal Mer-Person. I feel like you and I are gonna get along. You might not think so right now, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get along, you and me. It's just us and the veterinary team the next few weeks. Until those stitches heal up. Lucky for you, you won't have to get the stitches completely removed. That would have been a whole thing. We'd have to sedate you again. Put you on a table, spray water in your gills. That's what we did the first time. It was a big thing. But you won't have to do that this time because they're water soluble. So, as the wounds close, it'll just dissolve away the stitches. Hopefully not too soon. But it's a new formula, so I guess we'll find out. We've never had to treat a Mer-Person before. You are the first of many? Maybe when you get back down there into your watery home, you'll tell the other mer people about us, and maybe they will need some doctors to help them. We have a lot of equipment up here. We could really help. Get fishing wire out of places it shouldn't be. We're really good at surgeries. We got a big machine called an MRI that we put you in and it scans your whole body. Tells us all sort of things about you. But if any of your friends get really, really hurt, you know who to come to. Okay? That's for when you get back. Let's focus on getting you well for now. I tried to put as many places to rest as I could in there. Some soft seagrass. I put some living plants in there. I kind of shouldn't have. Everything should have been fake, concrete, or plastic so we can gauge how you react to certain natural corals and plants and sundry things. But I figured if you woke up in a cage that was just stone and plastic, that wouldn't be good. So I included some other living plants in there with you. So you have plant buddies and those other fish. But we found those fish literally like 2 centimeters beside you. So I figured they weren't fatal fish to you. So I stuck them in there. And then some feeder fish we had saved for the penguins. Threw those in there. So it's not just like a completely blank tank. You know what I mean? That would be freaky. If I was a Mer-Person and I woke up in a tank that was just concrete, I would probably swim really fast into the wall. So. I don't want you to do that. I want you to get better and then go home. Swim into the infinite void. So you and me, we're gonna get you home, okay? Okay. Glad we are in agreement. I guess I can finish the rest of the paperwork tomorrow. Do you want me to stay? Do you want to be alone in the tank with your fish? Would you like me to just sit by the tank? Just in case? I don't know. In case you get lonely? I don't know if merfolks are social creatures or solitary creatures. But if you want me to leave, just poke the glass really hard and tell me to go away. If you don't want me to leave, just keep swimming right there like you're doing. Okay. Okay. Well, you get some sleep. If you can. I know it's a strange new place. But tomorrow will be a new day. And the veterinary care team will be here for pain management. We didn't know what pain medicine to give you. We don't really know if mer people feel pain. So they're gonna be here tomorrow to do all that fun stuff and make sure it's healing okay. They're really sweet, I promise. They're nicer than me. But for tonight, I will bid you adieu. I will go file all this paperwork. We have scientists from around the globe waiting for this information. For the first Mer-Person that has ever been discovered, for the records to be publicized. So I gotta go do that. But I will be back tomorrow to make sure the veterinarian people treat you okay. And to help however I can. I'm supposed to be the expert, but nobody's an expert on you. Nobody's an expert on you. You are something new. And you are beautiful. If I may say so. Alright. I'll leave you for the night then. See you bright and early tomorrow morning. You promise you're comfortable in there? Good temperature and everything? Okay. Okay. I will see you tomorrow then. Good night.